Hello, this is Happy Jig here for yet another video. This time, as you probably would have guessed, we are going to be looking at not the Signature 6000 Pro, but the Signature 5500 Pro. Or just the 5500 because the Pro means nothing. So, as I mentioned in my last video about this one, what should have been is that, well, there's only 3 differences. The turret on this one is gray, it takes different nozzles, and it has a faster rotation speed. And yes, it has all 3 of those, but there's some more interesting differences, because this one was made in 2015, this one was made in 2016, and for some reason, Signature changed the cap back. So,
Back?
Yes, back. Originally, the caps were all like this, but then for a short time in the early 2000s, Nelson changed them to this, but then when Signature acquired them, or I'm not exactly sure how or why or when, they got changed back. But now they're this. But does it matter? Do they make them in rotating shifts? I don't know. It's
Does
odd.
this rotor open up like this one does, where the spring comes out?
Yes, it does. It's just because the
Oh.
cap was removed. And speaking of the cap being removed, the underside of the 5500 cap is black for some reason, and white on the 6000. And there you can see a glimpse of the 5500's white turret.
Gray.
And also, there's that little tube where the water comes out of, which is different on the 5500. The 5500 just seems a little bit more cleanly built, like they fine-tuned the machinery sometime between when these 2 rotors were made.
It also has a yellow filter for some reason. This one is white.
Yeah.
And the caps are actually completely identical.
Except for the number. But
yeah.
that's just a different stamp. Well, oh yeah, and for some reason, the click set disc on this has a molding defect. It's kind of deformed. You can barely see the little nub, but I tested it, and the vandal resistance feature works just fine. Which is good. So,
I'm gonna put the camera down now.
camera, you're stupid!
Okay.
So, without further ado, let's go with the
With the flow.
yes. So, yeah, you can see the gray turret and the white nozzle. Makes this rotor different from its bigger brother.
Actually, exactly the same size, brother.
Wait,
But, of course, this one doesn't go as far.
I think the arc got screwed up a little. So yeah, this has the same vandal resistance features. Because, well, it's kind of the same.
No, it's okay. Also, something that would probably really deter anyone from this rotor is the fact, well, it's better than some other rotors, but the thing that stops this from being better than others is the fact that it has only 4 nozzles.
Well,
Total,
it-
just 4.
It deters you, but not me. The
You have to-
3500 only has 6. That's only 2 more. That's your favorite mini rotor. So why is it a problem? This rotor
Because
is...
it requires you to zone it differently if you're going to have different angles. For example, you cannot zone a rotor that a 90-degree angle rotor with a 1/3 degree or 130 degree angle rotor. I forget exactly what it is, but you can't zone them together. They're quarter circle with a third circle.
If you're going with for a perfect NPR, which you should, you could always just use a slightly higher nozzle on the 1/3 a slightly higher nozzle on the 1/3 sprinkler, so it gets more water than a 90-degree sprinkler, but not too much more water.
Yeah, but it's still a problem.
I think I'm gonna change the arc of this a little bit to better illustrate.
And also, you can just reverse the rotor by turning this.
Yeah, that's a good feature.
And then it reverses.
Don't reverse it again.
And then it reverses. And then it reverses.
So yeah, it adjusts exactly the same as the 6000.
In fact, besides the nozzles it takes and the color of the turret to make it stand out, they are completely identical.
And the faster rotation speed. That's such a minor difference, no one's gonna notice.
Oh, I forgot you adjusted it. It almost sprayed me. Or
He slimed
soaked
me.
Okay, time to put the nozzle, the cap back on. Sorry if the camera is really shaky. It's hard to hold this, and it's holds to hard this.
I think we should demonstrate the vandal resistance to this. Should we?
Okay.
No.
I meant like this!
Can your 3500 do that?
No. But then why do we have two of them as permanent residents on our sprinkler system?
I don't know.
It's because they're good too. And also we don't have to deal with really, 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 really persistent vandals.
Yeah. This rotor is great if you
in
have
our backyard.
stupid vandals. Oh, and I should mention, this is a short-range rotor that has a shrub version, a lawn pop version, a high pop version, and a stainless steel model. Yes, you heard me right. So this rotor would be perfect for commercial applications.
It also has a 3/4 inch inlet. It is a 3/4 inch rotor with the distance of a mini rotor, so it's safe to consider it a mini rotor. I think this nozzle seems to only be going 30 feet.
Well, it's a mini rotor after all.
Yeah. At least it counts as one. It's not that mini. So I guess we'll turn it off now.
Not just yet. Close-up nozzle shot. Okay then. So, yeah, turn it off.
Slow.
So yeah, as per usual, if you have any questions...
Oh wait, first, something we forgot to mention about these rotors is they have a vandal-resistant screw spot right there. And that was installed on this, as you can probably tell, but the screw isn't in it right now. And this one actually came with the screw.
Yeah.
Unlike that one, we had to use a wood screw.
Yeah, but it worked perfectly.
Yeah, so
Let's stop rambling and end the video. So, if you have any questions, please ask them in the comments. And this has been a Happy Jig production, and goodbye.